Speaking from truth. The word beacon has its origin as West Germanic and is related to the word beacon. Beacon means sign, curtain, ensign, a standard, banner, a signal tower, watchtower, a lighthouse, or other signal for guidance. A radio transmitter emitting signals to guide aircraft and is a source of light or inspiration. Identity requires source, so here beacon as a standard is used. From means active, vigorous, bold, originally going forward, away, out of, or off. So this message sourced from indicating the starting point of physical movement, nature, and a starting point or reckoning. As a beacon extracted as physical separation, one's duty becomes the act of removing differentiation. The message simply means source from truth. In this world full of darkness and difficulty, it gives one a great sense of peace and calm to arrive at the certainty of being sourced. To the ordinary-minded, movement like a martial art are conceptualized, preconceived movements. But as a beacon from truth, the movement has no conscious input whatsoever. The dance that eliminates the conscious personality. This surrender of movement is the prime directive of the balance of ascension into the descendant, being expressed as paper doll kite, the ascendant merging within the descendant, getting to the bottom of me. The focus is making the unknown, the unseen, known, hence seen. This is in direct opposition to what the living experience has been up till now, where the ego dominates the conscious mind while utilizing the body for its aggrandizement. Now symbolizes not my will, but the will of truth be done. The experience of feeling the flow is the meaning of the being alive experience. This gives the experiencer personal proof of the unseen source that is and has always been the source of movement. Once one is unconcerned about one's image, but is truly immersed in reality, daily movement is subject to sublime will. Personal experience is same, there is pain, the ego translates as aging and other false narratives. The restrictive feeling is simply the resistance still being released from living in the past. The unseen truth is the future, forward flowing, while the experiencer is flowing backward into the past. This is why the breasts are represented as wings. Maya is symbolizing Isis has received wings, whereas the Persians taught the breast represented the camel's humps. In other words, a barren place without the actual organs. The beacon of truth is the rightful heiress. It is amazing how on point truth is to one with eyes to see and ears to hear. Kamala means the lotus, and Harris, the risen hair is hair. In India, the state of consciousness is Krishna. But Krishna is only the supreme personality. The rightful heiress carries the soul, the only Andromeda, and carries the goddess of love, Aphrodite. Hair, the heiress, where the bloodline is represented as the flowing hair pouring into Andromeda. As a beacon from truth, the heiress is a radio transmitter of solar power. Spiritual energy was called Holy Spirit and is only the ordinary, everyday vital energy needed to sustain the state of conscious that makes one feel alive. When it leaves the body, the field of action, the illusion dies and is removed from the senses. Now, the presence is the extraordinary, supernatural consciousness only certain leaders had in Christian tradition, but now is upholding the Eastern consciousness, known in India and Asia as the Solar Dynasty, raising consciousness from the latent dormancy is the purpose of the living experience, and the being alive experience is the plan. Religion turns salvation or redemption. The transition from spiritual energy to solar power, resurrection, is the triumph or trump and fulfillment of the beacon of truth, where Trump represented the number 45, which equals 9. The ending, beginning is perfectly aligned with Biden. Bi means 2, then is a layer. Bi to the layer, home of the beast. And as number 46 represents 10, 1 without a second. perfectly and precisely ushering in Kamala, the lotus. This number 47 represents the number 2, twin, materiality, materialization of the Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, and also one without a second or absolute zero, Sahasrara, the crown chakra, the 1,000 petals in 20 layers relating to pure consciousness, the source whence all other chakras emanated. As a radio transmitter, an electrical signal, electron, into radio waves, photon, that travel thousands of kilometers, quan, or how much, around the earth, the body field. Antenna catches words, pictures, and information passing by. Imagine catching them with the hand. It is the metal rod dish that catches radio waves by turning them into electrical signal. That catches radio waves by turning them into electrical signals, feeding them into radios, television, and telephone systems of the world ecosystem. The conscious system of the physical nature, due to a high water content, has emerged as a medium for transmission termed HBC, human body communication, enabling energy efficiency. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers essential for physical function. Their job is to carry chemical signals, messages from one neuron or nerve cell to the next target cell, which may be another nerve cell, a muscle, or a gland. The physical field acts as an antenna in transmission mode by radiating part of the energy and dissipating the rest as heat or activity. The general purpose of a transmitter is to transmit signals or to process information, making natural hair a literal antenna and transmitter of bioelectrical magnetic energy and information. It has been one of the world's best kept secrets. Natural hair, the source of supernatural capabilities. The beacon for truth as natural hair has a high concentration of unique and powerful properties, which has been the subject of extensive research and investigation for decades. The hair follicle is a mini organ with 20 different cell types, including pluripotent stem cells capable of differentiating into a variety of tissues, indicating that natural hair follicles provide very special and potently regenerative nest of circular resilience that is only beginning to be understood. As a beacon from truth, the connection that hair is a sensory organ, the eighth sense, and contains certain powers as widely believed by ancient cultures. The hair follicle acts as a sensory organ and immunologic sentinel for the skin. Hair detects mechanical stimuli, or does it process above the surface of the skin, influencing movement? Because the slightest bend in a hair activates neural receptors in the follicles, protruding directly from within the brain, relaying important sensory information to the CNS, the central nervous system. As a beacon from truth, a mother-loaded evidence proving that indeed natural hair is both a receiving and transmitter of bioelectric magnetic energy and information directly sourced from one's solar, bloodline, and galactic nature, the powerhouse of insight and materiality behind all principles. Natural hair, truth's optical fiber, is used most often as a means to transmit light